So tell me if you think how far off base you think I am here. This is a prediction I have.
Sure.
Because I'm in recruiting and staffing, I see some jobs being affected already by AI a little bit.
Mhm.
I think my prediction is that AI will eliminate jobs and eventually new jobs will be created, but I worry about this the in between. So the immediate effect of job loss before the new jobs are created, and then this little messy period where people might get a little pissed and upset, and robots are taking jobs, and there's not enough, and now we have more unemployment, and all of a sudden there's a little messy period before it works out. Uh, what are your thoughts?
I think we're in the messy period already. I mean, you have
Okay.
manufacturing robots already there, right?
Okay.
And they've been taking jobs away for a long time.
I got you.
I think a little bit of the reaction of maybe what happens politically is part of that too.
Okay.
That
Okay.
people don't trust and don't respect some of the things that are being done out there in kind of the institutions that we have, right?
Uh-huh.
And
Yep.
it's going to be a little bit of time, and it's going to be a lot of, I think, work to make sure that people understand that to not be resistant. Because what is the one thing in technology that's the hardest thing for people to do? Adapt to change. I
Change.
mean,
Well,
nobody wants to adapt to change. We get
nobody likes.
locked into our
Yeah.
own, yeah,
Yeah.
we get locked into our own cycles. And when something new comes around, we don't stop and take a look and say, oh, wait a second. So those people to that point that fall off into dystopia and just can't seem to work their way out of that is because they just did not pop their head up a little bit or just kind of think differently. And I think I want to touch on one other thing about this is that I don't think we have enough creative thinkers out there. And what I mean is that conceptualization requires creativity, and we've taken it out of our school systems. Being
Mm,
a
mm,
musician, I
mm.
think I have an advantage by being a classical musician before I became an engineer because I think out of that box. I think away from these different things. And I
Yeah.
think that's something that we need to instill back in our school system and our educational system is more music training, more arts training. And these are the things that'll differentiate us from the machine in a sense, because the human experience is still unique.
Mm.
And it's still formidable out there with respect to the thought and the things we can do. We may stammer around and be stupid about stuff a lot, and most of the time, right? But there's that one brilliant stroke is all we need is one brilliant stroke to illuminate a lot of problems and be able to solve them, right? And so what are they? I mean, when they come up, fair and balanced elections, better health care. I mean, we're just not there yet, right? And so I think that's what we kind of need to evolve to is to the point where we have, better thinkers, better
Yep.
conceptualizers that can use this as a tool and take it to the next generation.
I
So that's my
couldn't
thought.
I couldn't agree more. And I want to pause right there. That might be the highlight clip right there. I couldn't agree more. It definitely is eliminating the task tactical doing stuff. It's quickly eliminating the doing and allowing for more thinking and creativity and ideas. It does even for me. I mean,
Yeah,
for anybody that's using it. And I firmly agree with you that we're going to get more creative. And now it's, in my opinion, it's an entrepreneurial's paradise because if you have an idea,
yeah,
you have agents and bots that'll do the work for you and help you through the idea by talking to it. Um,
absolutely.
so I think it's a transformational time where I don't know if I'm using the right words, but it is a it is a generational transition that I think people don't quite understand. It is allowing for us to move forward on our ideas without being bogged down with all the minutes it takes to do something. I
Yeah,
mean, gosh, I
exactly.
you literally could talk to your agent right now. You could talk to your advanced voice mode on ChatGPT and say, you know what, I want to start a cookie company, but I have no fucking clue how to do it. And, she'll just start talking you through it. And before you know it, she's got an operating agreement and a business plan and a suggested cap table and how
Yeah,
and here's a list of companies that invest in bakery companies and I mean, on and on and on, just like that. And so it's going to allow for so much more creativity. And I know I'm ranting here for a second, but this is why I encourage people to keep their head up, like you said. I am blown away, Rick, by how many people are not paying attention and not using the tools. It shocks me every day when I
yeah,
talk to somebody. I'll go down here to the pub where with my buddies, and they have no clue what's going on.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's because they like this. They like the
Yeah, yeah,
keyboard
yeah. I don't want
and
to
they like
type
the
anymore.
mouse,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I don't know. I don't.
And we
No,
we
no.
you got to get rid of that, man. That's the oldest piece of technology sitting on your desktop today
I
is
couldn't agree
is
more.
a keyboard and mouse, man. It's like, give me a break.
I
And I don't know
totally
if you
agree.
ever saw Star Trek one where Scotty was talking to the computer when he went back in time. They were in San Francisco and they had gone back in time. And the guy said, "Oh, no, you need to type it in here." And said, "Oh, one of these old things." And he starts typing, like crazy. The
Yeah,
interaction, I think, is really where AI is going to take us into a better place too.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and eliminating some of the errors that we have in capturing data and being transactional about information, I think it's going to improve the data quality. And then it's going to recheck the data quality and look at primary source validations, check and see about, is your chip properly responding based on blood pressure counts or blood counts and so on
Oh,
down the
that's so
line.
awesome.
I,
Yeah.
I, I think that is really where when we get the interactive stuff where I don't have to buy a laptop like this. I mean, we're kind of almost there with our phones, you know.
Oh, well,
If we,
now, yes, and the voice mode is now on your desktop. It's not, it's still a little bit
yeah,
clunky, but it's going to get better. I mean,
yeah,
I think you're exactly right. Soon we are just talking. We're just telling it what we want done, and it's just doing it. And I'm ready for that to
yeah.
happen ASAP.
I mean, I see the Meta glasses with Ray-Ban being
Yep,
advertised now.
yep,
And
yep.
that's the first step, right? And
Yep.
optical recognition is something too I think AI needs to get better at.
Mm.
That's one of the things that has been challenging is they don't see like we see. And so, having that ability to kind of frame a person and see it and then know that that's Rick, instead of just kind of an object sitting out
The,
there.
the
That's
other th
it's got
the
yeah.
other thing we need is I just want one agent. I just want one agent. I don't want to learn 20
Yeah.
different apps, 20
No.
different, I got to go over here for video. I got to go over here for audio. I got to go over here for writing. I got to over here for this. I don't want 20 sign-ins. I just want my one girl that I talk to. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.